Well, welcome Algebra 2. Today I want to go over the definition of a polynomial. Now, if you were absent in class, this is essentially what we did for the starter on Friday. What we have here is we have this definition. We have polynomial in one variable, and any expression can be written as, well, this right here, f of x, right? This is the same thing as just y equals ax to the n plus bx to the n minus 1 plus, and then this dot 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 means so on and so on, plus cx plus d. It's just telling us that our polynomials can be rewritten in an equation like this form, right? Now, that may be a little challenging to understand, and so it's kind of important to try to look over here and see what it means, right? So in order to be a polynomial, right, the exponents are non-negative integers. So that means that we can't have any negative exponents, all right? Each part of the equation is called a term. So this would be a term, this would be a term, this would be a term, and this would be a term right here. All right, let's look over here. A is the leading coefficient. So if we look over here, well, A is right there. It's in front of our expression. So that's our leading coefficient. And then D is our constant term. Well, D is on the outside of our equation. That would be our constant term. Another word for this is our y-intercept. Okay. The highest exponent is called the degree. So the highest exponent, well, it's the one that whatever exponent on our equation is the highest, it's going to be called our degree. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this equation down over here. We have y is equal to 4x to the third plus 9x squared plus 26x plus 24. All right, now if we look at this equation here, right, well, let's see over here. It says, what it says right here, a is the leading coefficient. So the a in our equation is right here. It's in front of our very first term. Well, over here, if we look at our very first term, right, it's right here. So what is the number in front of the x? Well, it's 4. So this 4 right here is our leading coefficient. This is our leading coefficient. Okay. All right. Now let's go to D. Well, D is the constant term. It's our y-intercept. It's the number at the very end of a polynomial equation, right? It's right here. Well, let's go over here. What's the last number at the equation? Well, it's 24. This is our y-intercept, right? So here is our constant term. All right. Finally, all right, if we look over here, we go to the highest exponent. It's called the degree. So what is the degree of this equation here? Well, the degree is the highest exponent. Well, we look here. What's the exponent here? Well, the exponent is 3. Over here is 2. Right? Over here is 1. And then over here, we don't have anything, right? It's just 24. So the degree is 3, right? This is our degree because it's the highest exponent. So that's our degree. So this is just one quick example going from an example problem and making sense of what it means compared to our definition. Now, if you look at our definition, we start off with n, right, which is our highest exponent. Well, over here, it's 3, if you notice, right? Then we have this n minus 1. Well, what is that n minus 1? It just means that we're going to keep going down. So, well, what's 3 minus 1? Well, that's 2, and that's why there's a 2 here. Right? Well, what's 2 minus 1? Well, that's a 1, and that's why there's a 1 there. And then what's 1 minus 1? You would actually get x to the 0, but as we know, anything raised to the 0 is just 1, right? So x to the 0 can just be rewritten as 1. Right, so what's 24 times 1? Well, that's just 24. And that's why we don't have an x next to the 24 there. All right, so hopefully this is a quick little video that shows you what it means to be, what the definition of a polynomial is. We'll go over some examples later on how we actually use this. The biggest thing is we want to make sure that we really highlight the word degree, all right, which is the highest exponent. That's going to be the most critical part of this definition.